Yeah, shit like that was normal growing up. Like, when I was DJing when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. When I came to New York, it got more chill because, knock on wood, I've never been in a shootout in New York City. I know it happens, but not in like the clubs and all that. In Boston and like certain places I've been down south and all that, like it's like normal, man. Like that was every night, not every night, but it was like a normal thing that like we were like, oh, they're shooting outside. I feel like in New York there's police everywhere, at least in Manhattan. Like it doesn't go down that often in Manhattan. But yeah, when we did the number 8 video, we were in Buffalo, which is a really crazy place, and we shot the video. We did a show. It was the last day of the tour with the Locks and Griselda, and there was an after party Jadakiss was hosting at a strip club. So we were just trying to knock out this video for number 8. So I was like, Conway, let's go outside. Let's get your scene here. And we went over to shoot it. And the second we like pulled out the camera and started shooting the video, it was just like, there was some kind of fight at the club, and they just started shooting up the place. And we ducked down, and as soon as it was quiet, we got back up and started. We got West Side's part after that, but we couldn't even shoot Conway's part because the cops came over looking for people and all this craziness. And we ended up shooting Conway's part back in Brooklyn, but we got West Side that night in Buffalo. And it's just, it's one of those things you got to expect when you go to places like Buffalo, man. It's a wild spot. In Boston, I had cats around me that, cats like G-Spin, who, he went on to be music director of Power 105 in New York, and now he got a great situation with one of the biggest artists alive that he's about to announce. He was on the radio and jamming in Boston. He kind of took me under his wing early, had me doing intros for him and all that. He would let me do a fill-in mix here and there. Same with Chubby Chubb and Clinton Sparks. I had a lot of dope DJs in Boston to look up to. And then when I moved to New York, I was already doing my thing in the mixtape game, but like Primo just was so embracing when I moved out here because we had met in Boston, but I didn't know him like that. And I started going up to his studio headquarters, and just he gave me a lot of opportunities to grow. And like I would play him beats and he'd be like, yeah, and he would just keep it real with me. But I was, we had a different our relationship just wasn't about check out my beats. It was like I was hooking him up with exclusives, for his radio show, showing him different things. And then I consider all my relationships in the game to be more than just music. So it's just the way I move with certain people. Some cats I don't rock with, some cats I do. But I'm at the end of the day, Preem was like my biggest influence forever. And when I ended up being like kind of mentored by him in a way, Q-Tip too, man. Q-Tip had me on the road with him early. Like my first world tour was with Q-Tip. And him let me be there in the studio for the Renaissance sessions, and the last Tribe album, I've learned so much watching Primo and Q-Tip. I'd say that those are definitely my biggest 2 influences in my life. Yeah, I mean, it started as a street team company. Then we were doing like random white label vinyl from remixes I was doing on mixtapes. And then, we turned into a full, through the years, putting out albums for Terminology, Action Bronson, Freddie Gibbs, so many people through the years. Bun B, Paul Wall, Currency, Annoyed, so many projects we put out, UFO Thief, and then all my albums. It's been a fun ride, man, and Show Off will always be the brand when I'm involved.